coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon? Paimon coming in! Paimon coming in! Is this level okay? Can you hear Paimon?
The heavens are smiting me. Smiting me to smither. Uh-huh. And what do you want? Come on, spit it out.
We've heard you've got tons of old books lying around, and we want to borrow the liyue volume of the Teyvat travel guide.
Huh. Don't get me started on the topic of my books. After the chasm was sealed off, the family mining business started going south. Then the Fatui started working to sabotage me. To pay off my debts, I had no choice but to pawn off my beloved book collection. Every last book. Wrong. That was my life's work. I devoted my entire life to curating, collecting, caring for them. And now they're gone. Gone, I tell you. It's useless ranting and raving at you like this. All I can do is try to save enough Mora to buy them back. Unless you have other business here, I'm done talking to you.
Please tell me that you didn't pawn Volume 6 of Legend of the Shattered Halberd.
Legend of the Shattered Halberd? There's a title I haven't heard in a long time. You have good taste, my boy.
What? But we don't?
That work was an epic-defining masterpiece. Granted, it was almost unknown at the time it was published, but over time it was the work that came to define. Barely any copies of the first edition were ever printed.
The later edition inexplicably went out of print, almost as soon as it was released. A shame, given what it allegedly added to the original story.
Yes, that's right. How did I forget? The original edition's 6th volume of that work is so rare, I could never bring myself to pawn it no matter how much I needed the money.
You mean you still have it?
Yes. It is my one and only remaining treasure.
Hey, Chang! You've got some nerve keeping me and my boss waiting like this. I need an answer. Will you sell the core lapis or not? I'm sure you don't need me to remind you that if you mess with Gentry Moutsai, you're messing with the Fatui.
Oh, but you know I can't afford to give a 70% discount on the price.
That's your business.
Whoa there, friend. Come on.
Just who do you think you are?
My liege, I am but one who comes to the aid of this gentleman in his...
Guhua clan? Oh, there was me thinking...
Justice is blind to our backgrounds, my friend.
Get a load of this guy. Just you and you, Chang. You're...
So, just to come back to what we were talking about earlier, could I get a yay or nay about borrowing that book?
Oh, what does it matter now? I can't expect anybody...
3 long years I have waited for this day.
All right, give it a rest. Just...
Hey, where are you going?
There better
better not be any contraband in here.
It's good the villagers' lives are improving.
So, you like reading, huh, Mr.
Oh, amazing!
Hello? Xingqiu? Anybody in there?
No wonder this book is so highly sought after.
How can they bully poor old Cheng the Ninth like this? Forcing him to sell his ore for dirt cheap? It's daylight robbery, pure and simple.
Don't forget me. I'm in too.
Oh, so now you can hear what we're saying.
The reason I borrowed this book is that it would be a real pity if Cheng the Ninth ended up having to pawn it. And I meant every word I said to Cheng the Ninth. I will return his act of kindness. It is the just thing to do. I will be custodian of this book, and I will also help find a way to buy back the rest of his collection. Of course I do. An initial plan anyway. I still need to work out the details. Give me a second to reflect. It shan't take but a moment.
You're still here? What is this, a game to you? You think no one's really gonna get hurt? I gotta hand it. Oh, I'm sorry.
There's a saying that goes,
Quit quoting proverbs at me, you buffoon!
please leave this place. I will not tolerate an attempt to coerce an honest trader.
It's cute that you want, but you picked the wrong time, you little
I may be young, my liege, but the path I have chosen makes me no stranger to conflict.
Oh, great speech. But now it's time for...
There you are, Eve's. No, my sword!
The hunter becomes the hunted.
Justice will prevail! Over here! Skyward! Link, make way for the Adeptus!
You really know how to get me going.
You can't run! Witness the power of the wild. Lights out. Yeah! Yeah!
I thought that was just a regular pendant you were wearing. You won this round, but you better watch your back. This...
Would it be too much to hope they've learned their lesson? Yes, though I try to avoid using it. I dislike the unfair advantage it gives me against my opponents. Though I long to restore Guhua to its former glory, it is no easy task.
They've gone for now, but they'll be back looking to cause more trouble before long.
I'll see to it that no harm comes to those who show me kindness. There is a just and unjust way to do business, and I will ensure the matter is resolved satisfactorily. It's not like the Fatui to pick sides in a business dispute, but the confident demeanor of their errand boy suggests there is substance to his words. There must be a deeper level of collusion at work here. He mentioned Gentry Mautai. I know this name. He has a stately residence in Liyue Harbor. Maybe the two of you could go and investigate.
That idea works, but what are you gonna do?
Me? I have other things to look into. Let me see. Let us meet at Yujing Terrace in Liyue Harbor in a bit.
You really have stuff to do?
Wow, so that's how that turned out. This whole passage is just extraordinary.
Ugh, this guy is so annoying! Fine. From now on...
You go first. One more page.
Who goes there? Really? He didn't mention anything about the Master's dealing with some urgent business today.
Urgent business? What is it?
The Master's been working on a major business deal recently. He left early this morning to meet with a VIP client.
So, where is he now?
I'm sorry. The Master is stressed that we must not disclose that information to just anyone. No, I mean, yes. Yes, you are. I meant no offense. Please, believe me. I'm sorry. Master's currently in business negotiations at Liyue Kiosk. I beg for your mercy, please. My master will show me no leniency if he finds out.
Well, my master has much more... Luckily for you, your bad attitude will be the last thing on our minds when my
Thank you.
Nice work! Paimon never knew you were such a tough negotiator. Is that so? Now Paimon knows not to let your wily ways get the better of her in the future. Anyway, seems like the VIP client in question must be one of the Fatui. In that case... Seems business is booming at the Liyue Kiosk. No one should notice if we blend in there. But either way, if we want to know what kind of shady business they're up to, we better be careful.
Hello.
I understand. I do. Please do not worry. You have my word that the order will be completed as promised.
You have...
The subordinate I sent was not
You have
quite so
rated your
optimistic in
alt?
his appraisal.
Rated your...
Is somebody being uncooperative?
We just ran
And my
into a
AR
minor
level is, like,
procurement
32?
problem, is all. We haven't managed to purchase the core lapis yet. But it's nothing for you to worry about. If Chang the Ninth won't sell, I can buy from someone else.
That would be most ideal. I remind you again that the Fatui care only about the result. We are willing to lend a certain degree of support to this You may suddenly
I understand. I am in...
We shall see when the time comes.
Darn that old man Chang.
So, Who knows if Gulag Geek has made any progress? Should we go tell him? you had other things to look into, as if you're some sort of man of mystery. When actually, all you meant was you wanted somewhere new to park your backside while you read your book.
I see. I guessed as much.
Did you really guess, or are you just saying that to sound clever?
The course of action we must take is now clear. To start with, please, my liege, for reasons that I cannot there is no need for you to read the contents of the letter.
Ugh, this writing is super hard to read.
Hence why I said there's no need for you to read it. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will have someone who—
Well, why would you want to get them involved? Since we got to liyue, Paimon keeps here. Having such big backing would be—
No need to worry about that. From what I know, they share my sense of chivalry. Once they have read the carefully reasoned and passionately argued case I put forth, Gentry Moutsai must be taught a lesson he will never forget. Also, I do not wish for—
Why not? You're only doing it—
to silently disappear at the matter's conclusion. Each droplet of kindness I receive, I am duty-bound to repay with a welling spring of
That sounds very lovely. But be honest, you just want them to do it so you can carry on reading your book, don't you?
Thank you in advance for delivering this letter to the Feiyun Commerce Guild. Someone—
Hey! Stop ignoring Paimon! Excuse us, we come there—
A letter? Oh, I see. This again. Oh, don't mind me. I was just speculating. Let me give—
Can we actually read this thing?
Yes, the script is inimitable by the uninitiated. Honored guests, you must both be wary from your long journey. Please allow the Feiyun Commerce Guild to be your host for tonight. Please rest assured that the matter written about has been duly received. We just need some time to prepare. Please take a seat here in Liyue Pavilion, where you may enjoy some light refreshments while taking in the ocean view.
Yay! Tasty snacks!
Of course. We treat visitors with the utmost respect here at the Feiyun Commerce Guild. When honored guests grace— Please, this way.
And Paimon thought we'd get kicked out. Or Paimon didn't think Guhua Geek had so much clout.
Thank you for your patience. With the amount of wealth and power Gentry Moutsai has, it will take more than a slap on the wrist to get through to him. For him to correct the error of his ways, he must feel for him. Since Gentry Moutsai's business has to do with core lapis, we simply need to buy up all the stock there is in liyue. Deprived of the necessary raw materials, even the best craftsperson in
Great idea! That'll be sure to mess things— But liyue is huge.
With the timescale we are on, it is indeed a challenge. First, there are a number of vendors in the city you will need to— There is also some unsold core lapis at the chasm. Finally, there is Chang the Ninth's batch.
Alrighty, so 3 sellers in the city—
Of course, we are not
Wow! So many more!
Well, this is not the first time we've had to do something. All you need to do is strike a deal. The Feiyun Commerce Guild will— Once you have purchased all the core lapis—
Gotta hand it to Guhua Geek. This is some seriously solid work for a guy who lives in—
Hi, anything I can do for you? You want all— That said, none are in writing. Oh, it's for the don't worry about my pride. Thank you for your patronage.
Good day, my friend. Oh, I thought you were here to purchase Snezhnyan products. No, that I still have. Too much hassle, not enough return. So what? No. All right, I'll do it. Clearly, no shortage of cash flow in Liyue.
Oi! Shh! All of it? All of it would be far more than Feiyun Commerce Guild? If it's for the Feiyun Commerce Guild, then sign on the dotted line.
Why the long face?
Hello.
Aha, finally. As it happens, I do have a batch of core lapis that hasn't been shipped yet. The original buyer's price was already quite high.
Are you serious? We spent less than 2 million more on the rest of...
I'm afraid it has to go to the highest bidder. I'm breaching an existing agreement by selling to you, so it has to be worth my while. Look, you have your problems to deal with and I have mine.
All right. When we get back, we'll just have to tell the guild that we'll sell to this gentleman at 4 times the normal price in the future.
Wait, surely there's no need for that. Please, don't do this. It's not even your money. Why be so frugal with it?
It might be the guild's money, but if he asks, all we can do is mention your name and say you gouged us over the price.
I understand. I'm sorry. There's just one other thing, though. There's been an issue with the delivery of the... I don't know where exactly, but... So, maybe you could go and look for the carts? Oh, thank you very much.
That's that, then. Well...
Shine down! Torn to oblivion!
Another one did... Oh, yeah! Make a note of...
your weapons! You asked for it! You can't run!
That's it, all right. That guy said there were 5 carts in total, so that should be all of them. Let's get back. This has all been quite exhausting for poor little Paimon. He definitely owes Paimon some snacks.
You're alive, aren't you?
Here, we've made a note of the...
Oh, wonderful. Thank you.
Done and dusted! Yeah! We make a great team! Now for the final stop on our...
Just who I was hoping to see. You wouldn't know anything about...
Oh, don't worry. You won't be hearing...
Oh? What happened? Huh? Oh, I see. But I don't care who you are. A discount...
No need. We'll take it at the market.
You mean you're not trying to... I can't believe it. But gentry mount-sized thugs could still come back after I've...
If Paimon told you they're not gonna bother you again, then you'd...
Huh. Oh, but tell me, what on earth do you plan to do with so much core lapis?
Actually, it's for a commission. Can't go into too much detail.
Thank you. Thank you a million times over. I really don't...
Good people always get what's coming to them in the end. And so will the nasty... Anyway, let's get going, because it...
Welcome. The final act in this...
You better believe it!
Well, divine halberd and ominous sword. The way the story develops across the first 5 volumes. Nothing short of exemplary. But the 6th volume? Words, how blessed we are to have...
And this is related to Gentry Moutsai. How?
It's not. But when something surpasses expectations to such a degree, one must... And it is thanks to your help that every...
Why does Paimon have to be the only one who doesn't get what's going... So go on then, tell me, what are we doing here? And what's this big dramatic show?
Think about it. Gentry Moutsai goes searching for... He panics. Without the good, he hears a rumor that the Feiyun Commerce Guild is the culprit. panic. Gentry Moutsai is a huge, so regardless of whether it is—
So it was you!
Speak of the devil.
I went everywhere trying to find someone selling core lapis before I realized the Feiyun Commerce Guild had been on an acquisition spree. Core lapis is hardly a rare mineral, and yet suddenly the stocks dry up, just like that.
We are not persecuting you, but protecting— Was it not one of your own men who said, "This isn't over"?
You clearly don't know what— Master, if you please, seize their core lapis.
Yeah! Skyward! Shiver!
You're open!
Stray clouds converge! Final warning!
Rain Cutter! Body and mind.
Pay your dues.
Stop right there! Justice will prevail!
No, my sword!
You can't run!
Can't run from death.
Impressive. You are no commoners.
Their strength is almost
Might I remind you that the Fatui's...
What?
Then figure it out by your...
Don't go. Wait. Master...
My lord, what are you doing here? Are you hurt?
Thanks to this valiant young man, I am unscathed.
My lord?
You? You are the heir of the Feiyun Commerce Guild?
Indeed, my liege. I am Xingqiu, disciple of the Guhua.
Rats! I've been played like a fiddle.
Gentry Moutsai. Coercion and intimidation are hardly the attributes of a respectable businessman. The problems that your business practices have created, I have sought to resolve through mine. I shudder to think what the Fatui will—
You meddling swine!
Since you asked Chang the Ninth for 3 times the market rate sounds fair, no?
How dare you—
Deep breaths now.
I...
On behalf of the Feiyun Commerce Guild, I thank you for—
You? Funny? So that massive stash of Mora you let us burn through in a day? That was from your private vault?
'Twas but a paltry sum. I got to make a very— You're too kind. You have valor in your heart, and that is worthy of admiration.
Yikes! Paimon's been calling you Paimon Red in one of these martial artist novels that when rich heirs like you get angry at someone, you have their arms and legs chopped off! Paimon's toast! And sorry, very sorry! Please don't hurt Paimon!
Calm down. Since you can fly, you hardly need your legs anyway.
Save me! Save me! This is not a drill! Repeat, this is not a drill!
Jokes aside, I have the 2 of you to thank for this successful resolution. Really, you were a huge help. Meanwhile, Legend of the Shattered Halberd was positively riveting. Much obliged if you could return it to Chang the— I did nothing, and hence deserve none of his gratitude. The 2 to have made such valiant and chivalrous—
My lord, forgive the intrusion. It's about your father.
Please inform my father thusly. I have averted a disaster and earned a sizable sum of money in the process. Might this meritorious act compensate—
For all your clever long words,
What if I told you that—
a reward!
It seems whatever I say, there's no persuading you to stay. Oh, I didn't realize you weren't aware.
Thank you in advance for returning the book for me. I will take my leave now. May we meet again, fellow merchants.
finally, you're back. I'm positive that you must have been behind this once again. Thank you. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Please don't say that. You have no idea how much this means. The Chang family was a prestigious household in Liyue back in the day. Unfortunately, after I took over the family's affairs as heir, a series of business set. Since then, I've saved for years, hoping to restore the house to it. Were it not for you, this barren wasteland in the mountains would have become my final resting place.
Wow, that's the second heir we've met in this.
I'm sorry, what?
Nothing? Oh, here.
Wonderful. Legend of the Shattered Halberd. I was beginning to think that Guhua rascal had swindled me.
Do people really look down on the Guhua clan so much?
Actually, the art is century. To instigate a revival, you need to inject some fresh blood, but it's hard to attract budding young talent to a dying art. In any case, Guhua kids these days. Take that young rascal Xingqiu, for instance. For all his talk about repaying kindness with kindness and whatnot, what has he done to show for it? What does it matter? Anyway, you wanted the liyue volume of... It's yours to keep. In addition, here is but a small token of appreciation for your huge generosity. My ore is sold, and my treasured books have returned. I can't believe it. What? What?
What was that? Paimon saw something fall out.
Oh, nothing. That little rascal surely isn't...
And this is where I'm gonna be ending it, but before I end things, if you can even understand me, I wanted to say thanks to getting my Poppy Playtime Chapter 3 video to 81 views. I am very thankful. It may be a small thing, but it's very big. Thank you. And good night.